Hello friends, and welcome to another video. My name is Debbie Reed. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Kingston, Idaho. Today I'm going to show you how to make a card with the A Wreath stamp set. The stamps that we will be using from this set are this little sentiment piece, this little center of the flower piece, and we will be using the Give a Thanks. I'll show you the card and let's get started. The card, I'm going to show you two different versions because I use two different pieces of the wood grain paper. And the wood grain paper is in our annual catalog. It is now 15% off. This is the paper. And there's a lot of different wood grains in this paper. So this paper pack is absolutely wonderful. You can just do so many things with this paper pack. Anyway, there's also a stamp in the catalog if you don't want to buy the paper pack. I haven't purchased this one yet. Sorry, I just bumped the camera. This also makes a wood grain background, which is also wonderful. I will be buying that one. But anyway, just depending on if you want a rustic look or whatever look you have, this card lends well with that paper. The very first thing that we're going to be using is ink. The inks we will be using for this: Merlot, Pool Party, Early Espresso, and Bumblebee. The card paper that we will be using: Merlot for the card base, Whisper White for the inside. We will use a piece of Sahara Sand and, of course, the Designer Series paper. I am going to show you in the set the dies that you will be using to create this card. You're going to be using both of the wreath dies, a flower die, and the center die. The flower die, I used Bumblebee, and this is what you will get from that. This little circle die is the center of the flower. You will need 3 of each of those, 1 of each of these. If you're going to go through the process of die cutting, I usually die cut a bunch of just the pieces before I stamp, because you can then you don't have to sit there and line it up and take extra lengths of time to do that. I'm also going to tell you so when you're die cutting, I don't know if you can see this, but you get all of these cuts on your plate when you're die cutting. So you can see where I had laid all of these flowers and then die cut. We now have, with our new cut and emboss machine, we have this magnetic plate. You can see all of these cuts in this plate, but if you touch it, it's smooth. And then by using this plate, you're alleviating this textured, with this clear acrylic plate getting all damaged. So if you don't have this magnetic cutting plate, I really highly recommend it. It has been wonderful. All right, the other colors of paper that you will be using, I didn't have the little pieces in front of me. We will be using Granny Apple Green, Garden Green, and Bumblebee for the flowers. You will also need your silicone mat to make this card and a pair of scissors. You will need dimensionals as well. Okay, get this out of the way and let's get to making the card. All right, the very first thing we're going to do is take our brick embossing folder. We're going to put our paper in the folder and run it through the die cut machine. You're going to want to run the bricks going horizontal because we're making a horizontal card today. And when you're done doing that, you will end up with this piece. Okay, first we're going to take our cardstock, fold it in half, and then we're going to just glue and layer this to get this out of the way so that this part's all complete. I have been very busy, so you haven't seen me much. We're going to lay this on here just so you have just a little bit of an edge. This card is not my own creation. I did see this card in the catalog, and I just changed this brick color. They had this in, I believe, smoky slate. I'm doing it in Sahara Sand, and they didn't have a card background base, and I just decided I wanted to see a little extra color on this card just to give it a little more pizzazz. All right, that is done. Okay, now we're going to assemble. I did pre-cut the wreath. My goodness, I've just lost my train of thought there. Okay, so we're going to take our silicone mat, and to put this together, we're going to just use tape runner. And you're just going to run just a little bit of tape around this circle. Just like that. Okay, easy so far, right? Put this in the center. Oh, almost forgot the main part. We need to put our little wood grain on there. All right. Putting this. This is the main part that makes this look more rustic and gives that wreath, that look we need. Oh my goodness. It is not my day. We're gonna keep moving along. Even though I just made a mess here, it's gonna be sticky. I'm gonna try and stay out of that. All right, so there we have the wood grain paper. All right, and now we're gonna put this piece down on the wood grain in the center, like that. Okay, now we're going to take our other piece in the granny apple green and do the same thing. Just put some, you can actually use little glue on the leaves of this one. It actually is a little bit easier. But since I have the tape runner out, we're going to just go with this. So now we're done with the silicone mat. Bring this back in and just lay this on here. And I try and line it up with that other little circle that we just put the tape on. Okay, there we go. Now, I had already pre-cut the little flowers, and I put dimensional backings on them. So we're going to actually not put anything down yet. You're going to just kind of lay these. As you can see, I already pre-stamped the flowers with their little center, but I'm just giving myself an idea. We're going to put this out of the way. I'm going to show you how we're going to do the stamping of the little pieces. Okay. Now I don't see them. Well, oh, here they are, right here. Okay, sorry. All right, we're going to take our little piece of paper here. We're going to stamp this in the Merry Merlot. That glue is now all over my fingers, so this is going to be interesting. So I told you to pre-cut these. Then you're going to just line this little center on here and stamp these little centers. You're going to do 3 of them. I'm doing 2 because I already have this done. Then at this point, what I did is I took my Wink of Stella, and you're going to take your Wink of Stella on these little dots, and you're going to just dot this with the Wink of Stella. You're going to put these aside and let them dry. So I have done that already, and now we're going to take a little dimensional on the back of this little piece that we just did, and we're going to adhere it to the flower. And then you're going to take a large dimensional to the back of the flower, which I already have in place, and we will do that when we're ready. Okay, now we're going to take the pool party, and we're going to make our little sign. So we're going to ink that up. And now to do this, you want to just give this a little bit of a press, hold it for 3 seconds or so. You want that ink to transfer. And there you have that. Now we're going to take Early Espresso, and we're going to do the Give Thanks, ink that up. And we're going to put this in this little sign that we just stamped. And there you have that. Now you're going to take your scissors. This is all very simple. It's just some prep work ahead of time, actually. You're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut out this little sign. So far, easy. There we go. All right. Then you're going to take a ribbon. And I used the Bumblebee Gingham ribbon. unfortunately, I have used it all, so I'm going to just show you real quickly with another piece of ribbon. You're going to take the ribbon and just do a loop, and then you're going to take that ribbon to the back of your little card, cut it, and tape the back of it, okay? I have that already pre-done as well so that we can move along and get our card assembled. So we're going to put this sign in the center of this, and I did pop it up with dimensionals as well. So I will just grab 3 of them, 2 of them, 3, we'll do 3, and put this on the wreath. All right, place that right there. And then we can just take our little flowers that I've already pre-added the dimensional, and we're going to just place these around the wreath where you just would like to place them. And these already have the Wink of Stella. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not, but it does have that shimmer, and it does look really pretty. So Wink of Stella always comes in handy for things. So there is this little card. Cute. There's the front. So simple. Now we're going to take the other paper, and the inside we have, you know what, I apologize because I didn't put the sentiment in front of me. I do have a sentiment for the inside of this that is from, let me see where I got this one from. The sentiment is from the Beautiful Autumn, and I don't have that in front of me, and I don't have the flowers in front of me. So the inside, you're going to actually just take the Bumblebee ink, you're going to ink your flower, and then you're doing a second rendition on the flower. So you're going to ink and stamp, and then ink, stamp, and you can stamp again, or you can just however. But this is the inside of the card, and I apologize for not being more prepared on this one. Just trying to get some videos out. I have not been present. I have been very busy. We've been gathering hay and putting hay in the barn, and it has taken a lot of my time. But anyway, if you like the card, please give it a thumbs up. I do have other videos I'm preparing cards for. I have made several different cards actually, and so I will be getting those out as soon as possible. If you do like this card, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will give this a try, make something uniquely yours, and have a wonderful day. Bye.